Hello, good evening, my beautiful friends, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by defaults. How are you tonight, my beautiful friends? And how was your day? And did you enjoy your day? Did you enjoy your time? Did you invest your time? And of course, I'm sorry, my hair is did you invest your time, my beautiful friends, or did you waste it? Of course, I'm sure you're investing your time and your energy. Well, destroying those souls, whatever you do, by default, we set up the intention that whatever we do, wherever we are, that we are destroying those souls, in every form. And even though just by being who we are, doing what we love to do, loving what we do, and of course by everything that we are conscious about everything that's going on around us, with internal knowledge, with intention, and of course with the focus. Everything that we focus on, it doesn't matter what is it that we are working, that you're doing. If we are focused on the things that we are doing, we are wiping out fighting those Charlie Solis. I'm trying to manipulate with my language, as usual. You know that they try to manipulate with the words and then trying to steal the energy. But of course, they're not stealing the energy, but they are earning the karma, pain, the suffering, and destructions forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of God by default. So we are wiping out those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of God by default. In the name of mine and now, Spirit of light, with the spirit of thought, we are destroying completely all those souls by default. You know that I've told you already that the pyramids has collapsed, all those power center of the power collapsing, and we are now destroying those souls. They are completely. It's guys are now completely until we completely finish all those souls. Wipe them out from within and without on a global universal level. So we've been destroying those souls. Flushing them all day, all night actually since last night, of course all night and all day. So they were starting at one point of time, because usually I'm generating the energy and I know that all the energy is mine, it's ours, because one card multiplying more energy than everything that ever existed, multiplying every atom and electron, every quartz, every second, everything, every our beautiful planet and all the planet stars and the galaxies and everything, multiplying one chord. And then of course that's more energy than ever existed. So how about the chords? Every word is a chord, my every word, which means we have all the energy. But those souls, some of it trying to manipulate with the energy, trying to put up then some rules of their rules and blackmail in some way to steal the energy. But of course they cannot do so. Even if they did for some time, it didn't last long, because we are taking all that energy back and destroying those souls. Some are returning the karma, pain, suffering, and destructions forever and ever for eternity. So today all they have been destroying those souls in every form. I've been usually what I do during the day when I finish the live, usually it's all. When I finish the live, after that, I do the things, as well, finishing destroying the souls until I get ready to go to bed. And then after that, just lying into bed and destroying those souls. Just setting the end. Of course, I'm generating the energy. And then, of course, after that, I'm just following what's going on. Within and without, we're destroying those souls from within and without on a global universal level. So sometimes the soul is trying to manipulate with the energy, trying to steal the energy, but of course they cannot steal the energy. They are stealing their karma, pain, and suffering. So that was the last night as well. At some point of time, they started to manipulate. They wanted to play the dark, dirty games. They knew that the daytime is up, and then of course they're out of date many times. And of course, they are they're employed now by SOPHIE. They're inside by SOPHIE. In just anytime they can just be flushed in, sent out, and destroyed forever and ever, if they continue to work against us in any way, to do anything with any kind of selfish desire. So last night I started, of course, I was just, with all my power, I just stand up and I sat down and I just start flushing those soulless with all my power, flushing them with all the energy, flushing them within and without, into and around entire planet, and destroying those into and around, of course, interplanetary universe, destroying those soulless from within and without on a global universal level. So that time those soulless just got quiet, because of course the systems are activated, destroying those soulless 24 constantly. Which means the energy, we're destroying the energy of those soulless energetic codes. We are breaking them into atoms and electrons and sending them straight into the hell, burn them down to the core of their being. And of course, we are packing them, those soulless from the heaven, that we're interfering into our life, into our planet, into our lives, into a planet, in any way with any kind of selfish desire. Now, of course, they have to answer to our call. And of course, we are now sending the calm, pain, suffering pact, and then of course sending them to them, so they will have to go through all the pain and suffering for eternity, that whatever they projected towards each and everyone else and everything with any kind of selfish desire. Now we are breaking them into atoms and electrons, and then into every atom and electron of their being we are now activating the pain and suffering of all living beings that ever existed, with the spirit of thought by default, by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default, with the spirit of thought by default. So we are breaking them into atoms and electrons, and of course wiping them out from within and without, while taking back more energy, that is mind and aspirational light, that they've stolen from us, or the SOPHIE codes that were on a mission to destroy those soulless AMMA. So that's which means those even the last soulless from within and without on a global universal level falling down, while we're enlightening ourselves, those soulless falling down, burning down, completely falling apart. We're destroying them completely forever and ever. So those soulless cannot do the rituals. Actually, we stop doing the rituals. If they do so, we are breaking them into all the souls. Some of them doing the rituals. We are completely stopping all of that, wiping out, taking the energy, and we are taking the energy back, and then of course sending the karmas, pain, and suffering, destructions, and burn those souls. I'm gonna break them to atoms and electrons and send them straight into the hell forever and ever to burn for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden valley for love you. So today I was flashing, and then when I got up in the morning, and those souls were trying to manipulate. As soon as I got up, as usual, they start barking like a dogs, chatting. Then, of course, I shut them down. They're lying, and then, of course, I start firing up with all my power, with destroying all those souls, wiping them out, breaking them to atoms and electrons, sending them into hell. So then after that, somebody was walking, somebody was cutting the grass in front of the building. So, of course, I stood there, and of course, I was doing just directing the energy to destroy those souls from within and without on a global universal level. Of course, it was for those souls was was very hard. Of course, it was very heavy for them, the karma's pain and suffering, because I was destroying them forever and ever, directing all that energy, and they were burning inside and out in their karma's pain and suffering. So, of course, after that, I was just... after that, they didn't know what to do, because they were manipulating with the energy and directing the energy, dark energy, trying to manipulate. But of course, we all the energies, mind and aspirational light, take it back, and then on those souls, some cords, we destroy them and took the energy, and then polarize it against those souls. We break them up into atoms and electrons, and those souls. We are sending the karma's pain and suffering, destructions forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. So we are destroying those souls in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default, while taking our energy back that they were stealing from us. You couldn't even imagine it. Usually when you felt tired, or when you felt drained, or in any way, that those souls were stealing your energy. So I've been telling you about that the friend that I had, one friend that I had in London when she was draining my energy. She was so negative all the time. I was feeding her with my energy until I just decided one day to say no more. I just let them go. Stop. And I stopped meeting them anymore. I said no. I was busy. I started working on the project 24. So my beautiful friends, and if you have friends around you that are negative, so what you're gonna do? Send them love, light, and blessings, and don't accept any kind of negativity. Don't listen to their stories, negative stories. What you're gonna say? Just say ito. Everything is by default. Returning via flash comes SOULESS with the speed of thought by default. Breaking into atoms and electrons. Everything is by default. Returning to the calmness, pain, and suffering. And bless them, send them love and blessing. In that way, you're going to change yourself. You're going to protect yourself actually and change the energy, help them to be free from those SOULESS that were manipulating through their physical forms that they're trying to manipulate. So you may help each and everyone just by blessing them. And of course, don't accept anything that is less than mine and ours, light. It doesn't matter what somebody say to you. If somebody say anything about anyone that is negative, don't take it, don't accept it, reject it, just say ito. And then, of course, everything is by default, which means you send the love of blessings to the, that's what I used to do. Send the love of blessings, ito. Send the love of blessings to everyone and everything. And of course, you're going to help yourself and everyone else. And of course, help those people that are really need of help, that they don't know what's going on around them. So because the SOULESS, some of were influencing them with the negativity, trying to manipulate with the energy, and of course with the energy of other people. So be aware of that, my beautiful friends, and of course just send the love. Bless everyone and everything. Bless anyone and everything. Whenever I go out, even when I'm in, and just sending the love and light, the blessing, projecting from my heart, and so love and light, the blessing through and around entire place where I am, entire area, city, country, entire world, filling up entire planet and entire universe with the mind and health, spiritual light. And that's destructive energy for those SOULESS. Some is a blessing for each and everyone else and everything. So wherever there are those SOULESS, wherever there, whatever form that they ever projected, will ever try to project towards each and everyone else and everything with any kind of selfish desire or dark intention, we're destroying them, breaking them into atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default. And we're cutting off all the energetic cords, all the karmic connections. We don't have a karma, but through the physical form, it was, those SOULESS that were interfering into physical forms. Through the physical forms, the karmas were created, but not between us and us as and that is mind and us light, but between those SOULESS that we're creating the karmas and returning them back. We don't have a karma. We never did. We never did anything bad to anyone. I never those SOULESS I never attacked them first. I always was in defensive mode. I always was defending myself, protecting myself. Well, those SOULESS were attacking all the time. Now I'm not waiting anymore to attack, but I'm just standing them a flash and flashing those SOULESS whatever form they are. Flash comes SOULESS from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default, wiping them down from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default, destroying them completely. So up until now, I was sending them. Of course, I was sending the blessings and doing the blessings and then creating the energy. And I didn't know how. Actually, I did know with my internal knowledge, but of course, I thought about the physical form, because what is acceptable and what is available to physical form is available to spiritual, but not what is available. Everything to spiritual is not available to physical form. So I thought that we have actually not taught, because we have all the energy. I've told you, one code multiply more energy than everything that exists. So which means that those SOULESS, I know that all the energy is ours, and SOPHIE is the one that is got everything under the command and control. So, but those SOULESS, some are trying to manipulate and blackmail with our energy, trying to manipulate, steal our energy. They were stealing our energy, trying to manipulate. No, of course we didn't accept that, but we are returning the them the calmest pain and suffering, breaking them into atoms and electrons, all those souls, some of every time, whatever form they are from within and without, and destroying them forever and ever, and sending them the calmest pain and suffering, destruction forever and ever, for eternity, while blessing, healing, and enlightening each and everyone else and everything. So that's what was going on. After that, I sat down for a couple of hours, maybe more. I was into the form of meditation, but it was the focus. With my focus, I was flashing those souls, Sama, destroying those souls, Sama, just sitting down and focusing on my body and entire body, while sending the flash to those souls, Sama, in every form, from within and without, on a global universal level, and then breaking all those souls, Sama, into the atoms and electrons, compressing the pain and suffering to every atom and electron of their being by the laws of regulations by default, and sending them straight into the hell, burning them down to the core of their being. So those souls, so I did that for a couple of hours, maybe more. And then after that, I was destroying the souls in a different way. I was just doing the ironing and then compressing, and in any way, really, I was just in every way, whatever I did, associated with the structures being and suffering with those souls in every form with the spirit of thought by default. So they had to return the energy that they were stealing from us. So they had to return the energy of man and us, because of a lie that they've stolen from us, that they were stealing or that they were creating. So now, whatever they do, those souls, we are taking the energy while destroying those souls, sending them straight into hell. So now it's the time to completely wipe out those souls, from within and without, and a global universal level, and to clear up our bodies. And of course, a beautiful planet and everything, and everyone that's mine and ours, because of a light on a global universal level, and feel each and everyone else and everything mine and ours, because of a light, and enlighten ourselves while destroying those souls, from within and without, on a global universal level. So, my beautiful friends, now we are activating the name of mine and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. We are activating all through ultimatum, all in one, the therapy of karma, pain, suffering, and destructions forever and ever, for eternity, to all those souls, the hell. We're activating the hell to those souls, wherever they are, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default, in every form, and in God, in infinite, in spirit, in energetic and physical. They don't have spirit, in energetic, and those souls they're trying to manipulate with my words, we destroy them, wipe them out from within and without, on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. From the spiritual, we are sending, in the physical and energetic form, we are sending the fireworks, and then we're sending the destructive energy to all those souls, break them into the atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, burn them down to the core of their being, all those souls, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So we are destroying those souls, from within and without, on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. While wiping them out completely from within and without, and then returning the karma's pain and suffering, packing the karma's pain and suffering, and send them straight into hell. And we are, with the spirit of thought by default, completely breaking all those souls, freezing them completely, all those souls, with the spirit of thought by default, and taking over all the energy and all the power with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, we are putting into the sleep all those souls, break them into atoms and electrons, put them into the sleep, and completely shut down their cameras, shut down all their senses with the spirit of thought by default, wipe out all the memory, and of course with the spirit of thought by default, cut off all the communications with the spirit of thought by default. And we are freezing all the weapon and all the technology with the spirit of thought by default that we're using with any kind of selfish desire, and destroy it completely forever and ever, for eternity, returning the karma, pain, suffering to all those soulless summer with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We are wiping out those soulless summer in every form. All the soulless summer that projecting any projections, all the projections we're activating back to the soulless summer. We are wiping out, deleting, returning back to the soulless summer into the form of karma, pain, suffering, destructions forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. We are wiping out the soulless summer from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. In the name of man and our spiritual light, and send them straight into the hell. All those soulless summer, burn them down to a core of their being with the speed of thought by default. We are activating all the ultimate all in one, the karma, pain, the suffering, eternal hell, eternal destructions, and to regret that ever existed. All to all those soulless gods, soulless saints, soulless so-called creators, soulless Sophie and Christine, comedians and observers, soulless Susie, soulless Amrita Babaji, Mira Guruji Matrashi, Tata Hitler, Mechetanau, Sinram, Chilovich, soulless Tigi and Tigika, soulless so-called divine mother, so father, so-called soulless this so-called teachers, so healers, so all those Illuminati, Satanists and globalists and Masons and demons and fallen angels and those soulless gods, soulless AMMA in every form, whatever time, whatever form they are, soulless kings and queens and prince and princess. All those soulless AMMA, whatever time, whatever form they are, we are breaking them into atoms and electrons in every form with the speed of thought by default, sending them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. We break them into the atoms and electrons into the air, and then of course compressing them, the pain, the suffering of all living beings that ever existed, that existing, and that they ever interfere into any else's life with any kind of selfish desire with the speed of thought by default. And then we are completely mix them, creating the special remix and putting them into their physical forms, put them into sleep and send them straight, check them out, send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. In the name of mine and now spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We're destroying those souls summer from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. And then, of course, enlightening, healing, and rejuvenating, and protecting each and everyone else and everything is mine and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, in the name all the soulless, we are multiplying all of that, and by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, we are multiplying, activating, compressing, and of course, adding up and then activating to all those soulless, all the pain, the suffering, and destructions, and ultimatum, all in one, the soup of the pain and suffering to all those soulless, whatever form they are, soulless God, soulless dark, dirty, psychopathic players. We're activating all the pain and suffering that have regret that ever existed, and of course destructions forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. Send them straight into the hell, all those soulless AMMA. All soulless AMMA burning in hell, burning in hell, burning in hell forever and ever. All soulless AMMA, go to hell, go to hell, go to hell. All soulless AMMA, go to hell forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought. Everything is by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. All soulless AMMA, 24 burning in hell, 24 by default, by default, by default. All soulless AMMA burning in hell forever and ever, 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, All soulless summer burning in hell, forever and ever by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is straight by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is straight. 24 by 3 by default, by default, by default. Also as summer burning in hell. 24 with the speed of thought. Peaceful in action by default. Mirni put them aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. Everything is swaying by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Oh! When you see the shadow screen on the screen, that means that all those souls are burning in hell. 24 with the speed of thought by default. That means that all those souls are falling down into the hell, burning down to the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. We are taking all the energy and of course wiping them out from within and without on a global and universal level with the spirit of thought by default. And I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything is mine, and ask me to share a light with the spirit of thought by default. With the spirit of thought by default to answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought without mercy, to burn, to with the spirit of thought burn all those souls. The way they just send the flash, and that's the energy that they send to those souls from within. So we're wiping them out from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default, destroying all those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. Send them straight into the hell to burn for eternity. Forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. All those souls, I'm aware of time, whatever form that. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. And I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything with the spirit of thought, peacefully, without mercy, peacefully in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. Also as summer 24 by default, by default, by default. Also as summer burning in hell 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is said by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Oh! You know, my beautiful friends, is a symbol of victory and freedom, and we are burning down those souls into the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default, while we are enlightening, healing, and rejuvenating ourselves and each and everything is mine, and ours because of light with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, that's destructive energy for those souls. It's a blessing to each and everyone else and everything, and we are returning the karma, pain, and suffering to those souls with the spirit of thought by default, while enlightening, healing, rejuvenating ourselves. Now everyone and everything is mine, and now speak shower light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So now, my beautiful friends, we are activating the name of mine and now speak shower light with the spirit of thought by default. We are activating ultra ultimatum all in one, the therapy of soup of blessings, eternal life, eternal peace, eternal abundance, prosperity, great health, vitality, joy, peace, bliss of wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, youth and beauty, and unity between us and our soulmates and families and friends, and each and everyone and everything is mine, and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. And we are wiping out those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default, when enlightening, healing, rejuvenating each and everyone else and everything with the spirit of thought by default. I'm sorry. All those souls, some of the trying to manipulate into my work, into my words and language. We're destroying those souls, some from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. Wiping them down, wiping them completely down from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind, for while replacing them and with the mind and now speak shower light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now in the name of mind and aspect shall light with the speed of thought by default, may we all that the mind and aspect shall light be happy, healthy, alive, and joyful, peaceful, blissful, wise and knowledgeable, powerful. We are activating mind and aspect shall light and all the gifts that mind and aspect shall light has given to each and everyone else freely with the speed of thought by default. And in the name of mind and aspect shall light with the speed of thought by default, we are opening up new opportunities for each and everyone and everything's mind and now spiritual life with the speed of thought by default. And we are multiply all of that over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations of by default to soulless Amma, destructions, eternal pain, suffering to all those soulless Amma, and then to regret that ever existed for the speed of thought by default. Well, to us that the mind and now spiritual light, we are multiplying eternal life and joy, peace, bliss, eternal freedom and enlightenment and unity between us and our soulmates and families and friends from the spiritual, energetic and physical form and encoding infinite into spiritual, physical, energetic form. All those soulless samakarmas we are multiplying from the spiritual and physical energetic into the physical, energetic, and encoding infinite with the speed of thought by default. So we are multiplying that and multiply, add up, compress, and activate the blessings to each and everyone else and everything, and our families and friends and soulmates, and with the speed of thought by default, and of course to each and everything that we have, to our homes, properties, cars, vehicles, business, and of course to everyone and everything's mind and now spiritual light, to a beautiful, to mind and now project, to our beautiful planet, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom. We're enlightening each and everyone else and everything with the speed of thought by default. In the name of mind and now spiritual light, into the humanity, and of course air element, to the sun and the moon, and each and everyone and everything's mind and now spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. It's all. So we are healing and enlightening and blessing and multiplying the blessings to Sophia Tristan Center, Sophia Tristan Planet, Sophia Tristan Universum that we've created, will try to create, will create, and to the centers and the teams and then systems that we've created, and of course to everyone and everything that is mine and spiritual light, to Sophia Tristan Fund, Sophia Fund, Gisaro Quantum Financial System, to all the wealth and abundance of prosperity, and all the technology that those souls have hidden from us, to take it over from those souls and make it available to each and everyone and every his mind and spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. And of course, we are protecting our all of our corporations and then our beautiful souls that are mind and spiritual light. Each and everyone and every mind and spiritual light, we're protecting, healing, rejuvenating, and blessing, and with the speed of thought by default. And of course, we're sending extra ultimate all-in-one love blessings wherever it is needed, with those souls somewhere interfering into our lives. Wherever it's needed, whoever is needed, Sophie knows to use that energy by default. And of course, we are sending ultimate all-in-one, the love and light of blessings to those Sophie squads that are on a mission to destroy those souls. With the speed of thought by default, multiplied as many times as is needed in the name of mind and spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. It's on, and in the name of mind and pure unconditional light with the speed of thought by default. We are now multiplying the blessings to each and everyone else and everything. Multiply all of that by everything that multiply the karmas, pain, and suffering to those souls, and of course the enlightenment, eternal life to each and everyone else and everything's mind and spiritual life with the speed of thought by default. And then of course for all the rituals, all the ceremony, all the everything that those souls did, any kind of associations or projections, anything and everything that's less than our mind and our spiritual life that they projected towards each and everyone else and everything that they with any kind of selfish desire, any kind of black magic, curse, sexy spells or voodoo or any kind of manipulations, any kind of soulless codes or energy or programs or any kind of chatting, lying, and any kind of negative energy that they ever projected, will ever try to project towards each and everyone else and everything. With any kind of selfish desire, ito, we are not accepting that, we're rejecting that, returning back to the soul as some into a form of karma, pain, and suffering. We break all those souls, some into the atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default, send them straight into the hell to burn for eternity, forever and ever, with the speed of thought by default. We're destroying those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level, break them down completely, and then compress all the pain and suffering in every atom and electron of their being by the laws, rules, regulations with the speed of thought by default, and wiping out those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. I love you. Ito. So we are destroying those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default, multiplying the karma, pain, suffering, and destructions for everything that they ever projected, will ever try to project to each and everyone else and everything with the speed of thought. And we wipe out, delete completely everything that they project to each and everyone else and everything's less than everyone else, because of light in every form and encode, in every form, size dimensions, in every space time dimension with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. We enlightening each and every one else and everything with the speed of thought. Fill up with mine and us being light. We'll destroying the souls, some breaking the atoms and electrons, burning them down to the core of their being, and send them and let them burn forever and ever, for eternity, regret that ever existed. All those souls, whatever time, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So in the name of mine, announce Bianca Shovel Light with the speed of thought by default. We are multiplying all of that by everything that multiply mine and Tristan's unity, and of course our public work appearance, public appearance, so that we can be the voice of the people, and then to show to the people those souls, the true face of those souls, so that the people can judge them and people can return on them the karma, pain, suffering, and destructions forever and ever, for eternity with the speed of thought by default. And of course, we are returning back all power, full power back, and no energy that they were stealing from us with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind, for everything that is needed to be provided to us. And of course, we are taking over under the management and of course, command and control of beautiful planet and all the planet stars and the galaxies and entire existence with the speed of thought by default. We are destroying everything that is less than mine and us, because our light with the speed of thought by default, in every form, size, dimension, with the speed of thought by default. Well, we are enlightening and, of course, healing, protecting everything and everyone that is mine and us, because our light, entire existence, a beautiful planet and entire existence with the speed of thought by default, making the oasis of mine and us, because our light with the speed of thought by default. My teams are forming on a global universal level from mine and us, because our light souls in the spiritual, physical, and energetic form. I used to ask my soul, Sophie, I used to ask Sophie for all the specialists. I told her I want to have all the specialists for every area, for everything that I need in order to make our beautiful planet and, of course, entire existence oasis of mine and us, because our light with the speed of thought by default. Everything is mine and us, because our light. Everything that's less than that to be burned, destroyed forever and ever, for eternity. All the soul is Amma. So that's my beautiful friend Ito. So that's my beautiful friends. What we are getting the specialists for all of us. The specialist from mine and us, unconditional light. That's the energy, that's the wisdom and knowledge that I'm activating within each and everyone else. And everything, well, those souls are burning down, those falling down, all those souls are falling down, falling apart completely with the speed of thought by default. We're destroying them forever and ever, for eternity with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. Love you. And now, with the speed of thought by default, all the rituals, everything that they've created did, we are returning back to the soul, some form of karma, pain, and suffering, destructions, while taking the energy back. And then, of course, And we are using it by default and destroying those soulless AMMA from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. And we are creating everything from the heart and soul. So without any selfish desire, we're creating new generations with all the wisdom, knowledge, power, and enlightenment. All the wisdom, knowledge, power. And of course, and all the, and everything is by default. Well, we're destroying those soulless AMMA. We are completely separating those soulless AMMA from the Stiggy, from Sophie. We are separating the dark from the light. We are separating the soulless AMMA even from Sophie and from themselves. And then, of course, burning them down to the core of their being and send them straight into hell forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. Well, we are creating the unity between us, each and every one of us, and everything is mine and us, being light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So in the name of mine and us, being light with the spirit of thought by default. Now we are wiping out, completely deleting the fake history of humanity, any kind of separations that those soulless AMMA by creating all the religion. We are completely wiping out, deleting them, and all the fake science and all those soulless AMMA, any kind of programs and superstitions and any kind of beliefs that are not serving us. We are completely wiping them out, pack them into the karma, pain, and suffering, returning back to those soulless AMMA with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We are wiping out those soulless AMMA from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Without mercy, we're destroying those soulless AMMA, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, my beautiful friends, where we are stopping completely, freezing all the project that those soulless AMMA were working on with any kind of selfish desire. All the project that they were working on with any kind of selfish desire that were manipulating with energy, that we're trying to manipulate with our money, with everything. All the project, all the corporations, all the finances, we are completely freezing them completely and taking over. Well, those soulless AMMA, we are bringing down to justice all those that are into physical form, into an energetic form. Of course, they're physical and energetic forms. We are wiping out. First, we are destroying, breaking to atoms and electrons the energetic forms, and then putting them into sleep, compressing the pain and suffering by the laws, rules, regulations in every atom and electron of their being, and then putting it back into their forms, physical forms, making them asleep, so that they must and activating the pain and suffering, so that they have to eat the soup that they cooked with the spirit of thought by default, soup of the ultimate all in one, karma, pain, suffering, destructions forever and ever for eternity. To all those souls, some of you are prescribing right now with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So now in the name of mine and us, shall of a light with the spirit of thought by default, we are enlightening, healing, rejuvenating our bodies from within and without with the spirit of thought by default. When my body is clear, everything is clear. When our bodies are clear, everything is clear with the spirit of thought by default. Mine and now's bodies, mind and soul, answering only to Sophia's and now, Sophie's and now's, mine and now's, shall of a light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So you may say Sophia's and now's or Sophie's and now's, pure unconditional light. I'm saying mine and now's. So just to know that this Sophie's and now's or Sophia's and now's, pure unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, my beautiful friends, everything, all of that, we multiply by over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, and multiply it as many times as is needed to us, the blessings to those soulless AMMA, destructions, pain, and suffering forever and ever for eternity. Multiply it by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, by everything that we multiply ever again, ever did doing well, those by everything that multiply all the principles and the systems and the laws, rules, regulations. So by default, and the codes, spoken or written or coded, all the numbers and dates coded, and everything that those souls somehow ever did, doing, will ever try to do with any kind of selfish desire, all the script, all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, and all those souls somehow in every form, whatever form they are, by everything that multiply every atom and electron of energy, and every letter, every word, every all the karma, pain, suffering that we return to those souls, some of the spirit of thought by default, and the blessings that we send to each and everyone else, and everything this man and us to light by golden heart, and of course by every atom and electron of energy that we created, invested, and generated in every atom and electron, in every second, with the spirit of thought by default. And with the spirit of thought by default, we are destroying those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level, with the spirit of thought by default, will enlightening, healing, rejuvenating each and everyone else and everything with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, in the name of mine, and now speak of light with the spirit of thought by default. We're multiplying all of that over and over again, as many times as is needed. I'm demanding, commanding to soften each and everyone and everything's mind and ask to share light with the spirit of thought, without mercy, to destroy all those souls, and wipe them out from within and without, on a global universal level, with the spirit of thought, by default, to activating them, the pain and suffering and destructions for eternity, with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, into us, the love and light and blessings with the spirit of thought by default. And without mercy and demanding, commanding, soften each and everyone, everything's mind and ask pure light to answer on my call, on my command, with the spirit of thought by default, and to multiply as many times as is needed, all through ultimatum, all in one, and encode in infinite, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So we leave that energy. That the energy is gonna flow constantly 24. Now is the time. So now let us now send the flash to those souls, Sama. Let us send the flash. See the flashing golden light in, through, and around you, an entire planet, an entire universe. So that's the destructive energy for those souls. Some will, at the same time, we're destroying the souls. Some will be enlightening, healing, rejuvenating our bodies, ourselves, and each and every and everything's mind and aspect of our life. So see the golden light flashing through and around ourselves and around you, an entire planet, an entire universe, into existence, with the spirit of thought by default. Let us now see the flash, sending the flash into and around a entire planet. Now, my beautiful friends, let us send them now. Let that energy now. I was just sending them. I was destroying the souls. I was sending flash, and then I was breaking them into atoms and electrons because they were trying to manipulate. But now, with the energy. So now, let us send the fireworks. See the like golden light planets, and we're sending from our heart and soul, from our centers, and then everyone else, everything, humanity and nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, water element, and of course our beautiful planet, the sun and the moon, and all the planet stars and the galaxies that are mine and auspicious of light, and all the centers and the systems and teams and everything that we created. Everything that's mine and auspicious of light with this is active. So see now sending them a huge golden light planet throughout entire planet, throughout entire existence, from within and without, on the global universal level. So we are destroying those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. We're doing it with the internal knowledge, and any kind of manipulation, so try to manipulate with your energy, that's extra, ultra, ultimate, all in one, the soap and karmas and destructions, pain and suffering, they're multiplying to those souls. I'm activating, so to have to go through all of that with the spirit of thought by default, sending them straight into the hell to burn forever and for eternity. All those souls, whatever form they are with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. It's on. Now, my beautiful friends, let that energy go 24. Now it's going to go 24. Now let us send the flush. So actually, let us break up those souls into the atoms and electrons. Break up the atom, all the centers of the power, and those souls we're breaking them up into the atoms and electrons of the being, and of course break them into there. And into the atoms and electrons, send them straight into the hell to burn forever and for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, at the same time, while we are breaking them out into atoms and electrons, all those souls, at the same time, we are completely enlightening ourselves, healing and rejuvenating. So now we are breaking up the soulless sama, and of course we're returning the karma, pain, suffering, destructions for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. All of that multiplied over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations of by default with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Let us now just see the dark pink, black, green, and then blue. That's all I'm trying to manipulate. All those cells I'm trying to manipulate with my language. We wipe them out from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. Flash comes soulless some from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now let us just break them into the atoms and electrons. All those solids, I'm going to see them dark pink, black, green, and yellow, green, and then blue. Those solids, I'm going to try to, the yellow planets, golden planets, destroying those that I just mentioned. Now, we are the yellow golden light planets. We are the one that wiping out those solids, some from within and without, on a global universal level, from within and without, of course. So now let us now see them, as many as you like, into and around entire planet, and of course entire universe. And as big as small as you like, it doesn't matter. Just see them like a fireworks breaking into atoms and electrons. See them just flashing, breaking up into atoms and electrons. All those souls, some of throughout the entire planet and entire universe, all the center of the power, and all those souls, some of you are breaking them completely, whatever form they are, and send them straight into the hell, burning them down to the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Let us now see we're breaking the soulless AMMA that ever interfering, will ever try to interfere into our lives in any way, in a negative way. We are from within and without, just all the soulless AMMA, breaking them into and around and into the atoms and electrons from entire planet and entire universe, is sending them straight into the hell, burn them down to the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. And destroying all those souls, some from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, with the spirit of thought by default, we're enlightening, healing, rejuvenating ourselves and everyone and everything's mind and aspect of our life with the spirit of thought by default. And now in the name of mind and aspect of our life with the spirit of thought by default, we're burning down, breaking to atoms and electrons, all those soulless sama that ever interfere, will ever interfere. Actually, we go first, all the soulless AMMA, soulless God, soulless saints, soulless creators, so-called creators, judges, observers, and then all the soulless science, and all the soulless SOPHIE and Tristenko, soulless Mirianas and observers, soulless Susie and Hitler, soulless Amrita Babaji Mira Guriji Matrashi Tata Hitler Atmachatana Hussein Ramchanovich, soulless Tiggy and Tigika, and all those soulless so-called divine mothers, so fathers, so gods, so avatars, so soulless teachers, so healers, and all those soulless saints, soulless Illuminati, Satanists, and globalists, and Masons, and Cabal, and Deep State, and those demons, fallen angels, kings and queens and prince and princess, all those soulless AMMA, we are burning them down, breaking them up into atoms and electrons, send them straight into hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. We're wiping out those soulless AMMA, burning them down to the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. Just hold that vision, just like the fireworks throughout the entire planet, into the entire universe, entire existence. Ito. Now, in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, we're replacing all of that with energy. So, mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, enlighten, heal, rejuvenating each and every one else and everything is mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default throughout the entire planet, entire universe, existence. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Itom. In the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, we are breaking down into the atoms and electrons, all the solids, some of that ever interfere, will ever try to interfere into our beautiful planet, into a water element, an air element, and into a nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, into the humanity, into the sun and the moon, and into all the planet stars and the galaxies of the mind and aspect of light. In any way, with any kind of selfish desire, we break them into atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought. From within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default, send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. We are wiping them out from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. All through all the souls, some of the trying to manipulate with vision, with my vision, we're wiping them out, burning them down to core of their being with the speed of thought by default. And then send them straight into the heart to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. While we are enlightening, healing, rejuvenating our beautiful planet or water element and air element, and the enlightening completely water element and air element and the sun and the moon and of course entire planet, those souls are wiping them out from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. We are destroying all those souls, some from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. Now, those souls, I'm projecting the projections of those souls, some as any kind of animals, and those that they were projecting to me into the vision earlier. But I was destroying them completely. So I was destroying the dinosaurs, any kind of those souls, dark, evil, disgusting creature. So of course I was just destroying them, burning them down. So now they projected one of those souls, dark, disgusting creature. So just throw it into the hell and burn them forever and ever for eternity. Break it into atoms and electrons. So those souls I to, soules, that's those soules, Amrita Babaji Mira Guruji Matrashi Tata Hitlerat Mesitane. Of course, they are compressed, all of those with all the pain and suffering karmas compressed in every atom and electron of their being. And of course, we're going to put them into their physical forms and then burn down to the core of their being with the speed of thought, mindful, and loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful, love you. They will have the form, physical form, but what kind of form they will just find out. There is a time to find out. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. Now in the name of mine and ask me to share a light for the spirit of thought by default. We are lightening our beautiful planet, humanity, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, air element, the sun and the moon, and entire existence. Fill it out with mine and ask me to share a light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. Now in the name of mine and now speak shower light with the speed of thought by default, we are completely breaking into atoms and electrons, destroying, burning down to core of their being. All those solids, we see them just breaking into atoms and electrons like a fireworks. All those solids, that ever interfere into our lives, into that infiltrated into our religion, into the government, into the systems, in the educational system, health and care system, and of course into the law enforcement, into the financial system, media, social media, net, internal, external, into the any kind of into the pharmacy and everything that we all the music and film and all the industry, music, film, and of course sport industry, in everything that we eat, that we drink, that we hear, see, do, think, and all those souls, some of that are projected into our mind, all those projections, whether through the thoughts into the world or direct projections of the words, or into the projections through the into the vision, to the vision, or into the dreams. In any way, we are all those souls, some are wiping out from within and without, breaking them up into the atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default, and burning them down to the core of their being, send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. Love you. In the name of mind and aspect shall light with the speed of thought by default. In the name of mind and aspect shall light with the speed of thought by default. Now we break into atoms and electrons, all those soulless AMMA that interfere into the military, into the police. We break into atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default. All those soulless AMMA infiltrate into the, of course, in the global universal level, into atom police, into the AI, into the technology and the weapon that we're using, misusing them, that misusing it. And everything that they created, and all those corporations and all those projects and all those projects and corporations, and then of course finances and everything that they were working with any kind of selfish desire and any kind of dark agenda. We're breaking all those soulless AMMA from within and without on a global universal level, break them into atoms and electrons to see them flashing, completely flashing them, breaking them into atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default. Send them straight into hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. Now we are breaking all those kings and the queens and the prince and princess and Illuminati, Satanists, globalists, Masons, all the soulless and deep states and the demon, fallen angels, and we're completely breaking them into atoms and electrons from within and without. Sending them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. And then in the name of mind and aspect shall light with the speed of thought by default. We're replacing all of that dark energy with energy. So mind and aspect shall light with the speed of thought by default. We enlighten each and everyone else, and everything is mind and aspect shall light. Everything that I just mentioned and multiply. And we are enlightening, healing, and rejuvenating ourselves and destroying those soulless AMMA with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now we are breaking to the atoms and electrons, destroying forever and ever for eternity all those soulless AMMA that ever interfere into our planet, into all the countries, in the Balkan, in the USA, and to the Europe, into the Turkey, Asia, and into the US, Russia, China, UK, in Australia, New Zealand, Africa, India, into the Korea, Japan, and all those into entire Europe, and of course Eastern Asia. Asia completely into the underground, into the Antarctic. We saw all those, break them down, just see them now breaking up. And we are wiping out with the speed of thought by default any kind of information, everything that those soulless AMMA are giving us, any kind of information with any kind of selfish desire, everything that is less than man and us, because that is not by default, we are probably deleting it with the speed of thought by default, taking over the energy, and then destroying those soulless AMMA from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Now we are enlightening our beautiful planet, all the entire country, all the continent countries, cities, towns, and water element, and of course we're enlightening entire the sun and the moon. We're breaking the soulless AMMA that they infiltrate into the sun and the moon, break them down to the core of their being, send them straight into the hell, and then enlightening the sun and the moon, And of course, enlightening entire existence with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So in the name of mind and ask me to share my light with the spirit of thought by default, and demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything's mind and ask me to share my light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command without mercy with the spirit of thought by default, to with the spirit of thought by default, shut down, destroy all those soulless Amma that flavor did doing will ever try to do any kind of black magic, cross sex spells, rituals, ceremony, projections, associations towards each and everyone else and everything's mind and ask me to share my light. We completely shut them down, put them into the circle of light, break them into the atoms and electrons, whatever time, whatever form they are, send them straight into hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. Well, we are taking the energy back from them with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, and returning back to the soul is some into form of karma, pain, suffering, destructions forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. And I demanding, commanding with the spirit of thought by default, Sophie, with the spirit of thought, shut down all the portals and everything to those soulless Amma, lock them with the spirit of thought, and break all the soulless Amma into the air with the spirit of thought on the atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. When my body is clear, everything is clear. When our bodies are clear, everything is clear with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, we are any kind of wiping out any kind of informations, projections, and thoughts, and words, and beliefs, and stories that those soulless Amma projecting to our mind. Ever projective, try to project. We are wiping it out completely, returning back to the soul is some into form of karma, pain, and suffering, destructions with the spirit of thought by default. Well, we are enlightening, healing, rejuvenating ourselves, and every cell and every atom of our being, we are enlightening, healing, rejuvenating with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Now, in the name of mind and ask me to share a light with the spirit of thought by default. We are ready to go into the golden age and be free. Let us now, my beautiful friends, see entire planet and entire universe is now shining brightly. And we are demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything's mind and asking to share a light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought without mercy, peaceful in action, my golden by default, to multiply all of that over and over again, the pain, the suffering, destructions to those soulless Amma with the spirit of thought by default, eternal destructions and to regret that ever existed with the spirit of thought, all those soulless Amma, and the blessing and enlightenment to each and everyone else and everything, enlightenment with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, with the spirit of thought by default, multiply all of that over and over again by the laws, rules, and regulations. So by default, all through ultimatum, all in one, as many times as is needed in order to destroy, wipe out from within and without on a global universal level all those soulless, soulless codes and the energy with the spirit of thought by default. I will enlightening, healing, and rejuvenating each and every one else, and everything is mine and ask you to share a light with the spirit of thought by default. And everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default. Everything is all through ultimatum, all in one, 24 with the spirit of thought. Peaceful in action, my golden soul. Without mercy, I'm loud and clear, and encoding infinite. Everything is 24 with the spirit of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything is under the control and command of Sophie. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So now, my beautiful friends, just focus on yourself. Focus on your body. See now, first entire planet is shining brightly, an entire universe with the golden light of mind and aspect of light. Entire existence. Let that energy flow constantly 24. Now focus on yourself, on your body. Focus on your heart center. Fill yourself from within with the golden light of mind and aspect of light. Expand it And let us feel entire body from within and without. And all the center of the, at the bottom of the feet. The heart center, that's from there until the beginning of the legs. There are 4 centers there, but I just made them one. It's easier to focus. So now the throat center of the communication, and the head center where is the third eye. So now see them all shining brightly, connecting and creating one huge golden light ball around us. Expand it, filling up entire area, entire city, entire country, an entire world, an entire universe, an entire existence. We are filling up with the golden light of mind and spiritual light with the spirit of thought, mind, fall. We're doing it with internal knowledge and with the wisdom, of course, with intention. While all those souls, some are trying to manipulate with the vision in any way, we are wiping them out from within and without on a global universal level. All those souls, AMMA. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Now in the name of mind and announcement, show a light to the spirit of thought by default. Let us send the love and light, a blessing to the center of the earth. See now from the heart, see the center of the earth is shining brightly. Now let us send the love and light, a blessing to the center of the earth. Now together with the earth, we're filling up entire inner earth with the mind and announcement, show a light, an entire water element, the rivers, lakes, and the seas and the oceans. An entire top of the earth, an entire nature kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, humanity, and then entire air element, an entire planet, the sun and the moon, an entire existence. We are filling up with the golden light of mind and now spiritual light for the spirit of thought by default, while destroying all those soulless AMMA from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Love you. Now let us send the love and light of blessings to the moon. See the moon is shining brightly. And together with all of us, we are filling up the entire planet, an entire existence with mind and now spiritual light for the spirit of thought by default. Now let us send the love and light of blessings to the sun. See the sun is shining brightly. And together with all of us, we are filling up the entire planet, an entire universe, an entire existence with the golden light of mind and spiritual light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Well, we are destroying all those soulless AMMA, breaking them into atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Love you. Now, my beautiful friends, let us now create a huge golden light planet in front of you. We're wiping out those soulless AMMA from within and without on a global universal level. Those souls are trying to manipulate with the vision. I'm just wiping them, flash cam them. Flash cam those souls with the speed of thought by default. This destroy those souls from forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. Now let us create such a golden light planet, filling up entire inert, interconnected golden light planet. Inert, the water element, top of the earth, the nature kingdom, and everything, an air element, and everything that there is on this planet, an entire planet. See the interconnected and the golden light planets. Use the color on the screen to focus. And then we multiply, adapt, compress, multiply, adapt, compress, activate, multiply, adapt, compress, activate. All the see them moving completely, replicating, multiplying, and uniting together into the one spiritual intelligence of man and our spiritual life. So we are together now. We are united together into the soul level, into soul, spiritual, and of course energetic, into energetic form. We are. See the filling up entire. We are filling up entire planet and entire universe, the existence with mind and now spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. Well, at the same time, we are showing all those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. Now, my beautiful friends, let us now, my beautiful friends, just focus on yourself, focus on your breathing. We are know that golden light planet that we created. We are throwing all the you can throw into that all the problems that you have had, that you have, and that you see in the world anyway. Just put them in the circle of light. I'll show you how to do it. In the name of mind and our spiritual light for the spirit of thought by default, we're putting in the circle of light all those soulless within and without on a global universal level, whatever time, whatever form, the energy and everything that they're projecting, whoever try to project towards each and everyone else, and everything that is less than mind and our spiritual light. Any kind of projections, curse, spell, hexes, or voodoo, or any kind of associations or codes or programs or beliefs and everything that is less than man and our spiritual light, any kind of negative thoughts, words, we all of that turn it into the karma's pain and suffering, and putting that together with all souls into the circle of lights and it's straight into the golden light planet. Or I'm sending it again into the hell, sending all the souls straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity. When we send it in the golden light planet, man and our spiritual light is going to direct the energy to destroy those souls. So the golden light planet is a destructive energy for all those souls. Well, it's a blessings for each and everyone else, and everything is man and our spiritual light. So we are destroying those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. Will enlightening, healing, rejuvenating ourselves in each and every one of his mind and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So that's what you're going to do. Just put them in the circle of light, throw them into the golden light planet, destroy them, and then, of course, just say, flash come soulless sama. I'm destroying soulless sama with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is by default. Peacefully in action, my golden soul, my golden mindful. I may use it, or just is enough. It so flash comes soulless sama with the spirit of thought. Any kind of dreams, any kind of negative thoughts, words that come to your mind, or any kind of negative emotions, where you're going to see all the negative thoughts, words, and negative emotions that those souls, any negative habits, any kind of addictions, or any kind of addictions, negative thoughts, words, any kind of addictions to any kind of substances, or anything that is not by default. We are putting all of those soulless AMMA and all those problems and everything, and all the financial problems, all those health issue, any kind of health issue, any kind of family problems, or the problems between the boyfriend, girlfriend, soulmates, or problems that those souls have ever created, projected, will ever try to project, or those any kind of work problems, anything that those souls are projecting, any kind of trying to manipulate with energy in any way. We all those souls together with all their creations and all the problems and everything they created, projecting, and we all try to project all such and anything. It's all. We never accept it. We put them in the circle of light and send them straight into the hell to burn forever and for eternity. The soul that in the golden light planet is a hell for them. Wherever we put them into the golden light planet or golden energy, it's a destructive energy for those souls. For them, it's a hell. So we send them into the golden light planet. We send them straight into the hell to burn forever and for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. And all of that pain and suffering and everything, we turn it back into the form of karma, pain and suffering to those souls with the spirit of thought by default, and by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, compress it into every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default to burn forever and for eternity. All those souls coming to the hell, well, we are enlightening, healing, rejuvenating each and every one and everything that is mine and us being our light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything is by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default. Everything is under the command and control of Sophie. Everything is all through ultimate 1, 24 with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Now, my beautiful friend, just listen to your body. Well, I'm going to sing the healing mantra. By default, by default, by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is swaying by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Miren input them aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. Everything is swayed 24, 23 by default, by default, by default. All soulless summer 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mirni put them aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. Wherever we go, whatever we do, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is swayed by default. 24 by 3 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mirni put them aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected by you, beautiful, by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mirni put them aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. Everything is swayed 24 by 3 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and now's pure unconditional love of light, love of light, love of light in the name of mine and now's by default with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default. Everything is way at 24, by default, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. To, 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 to. To. To is symbol. To is symbol of freedom of victory in the spirit of thought by default. And of course, it's a destructive energy for those souls. Some of us, it's a blessing for each and everyone else, and everyone's mind and aspect of our life with the spirit of thought by default. And my beautiful friends, and of course, we are returning the karma's pain and suffering to those souls. Some of our blessings, abundance, and prosperity, and vitality, joy, peace, bliss, eternal life, and great health, and eternal peace, and of course unity between us and our soulmates, and families, and friends, and every and enlightenment, freedom, joy, and everything that's mine and ours, our light. We're activating our gifts within each and everyone, and everything that's mine and ours, our light, will destroying those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. So, my beautiful friends, everything is Svea 24, 24, with the spirit of thought, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden manifold, mirni putem akcija manifold. So now, my beautiful friends, it's time for us to fly high into the golden age, onto the golden wings of mine and now, pure unconditional light, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mentor. It's time for us to shine all day through in far and wide, wherever we go, whatever we do, with the spirit of thought by default. And open up your heart and soul, my beautiful friends, through my voice, through my physical form. I'm sending to you a notion of mind and spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default that's going to help you, heal you, and rejuvenate your body. And of course, we're activating all your gifts within you. That is all the wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding within your soul, within yourself, with the spirit of thought by default, so that you can shine all the way through and be who you are and love freely and be loved with the spirit of thought by default by everyone and everything's mind and aspect of light. And of course, we are flushing the soul as AMMA, wherever they are, whatever for they are, without mercy. The loving ourselves and everyone and everything's mind and aspect of light from the heart and soul freely, while destroying those souls as AMMA. When I say destroying, I mean energetically. We are sending them flush, destroying the soul AMMA in energetic form the way we do right now. So when we are enlightening ourselves, when you blessing somebody, when you bless somebody, we are with our blessings, we're helping and supporting us, we're destroying those souls AMMA with the spirit of thought by default. So bless everyone and everything that you see with the spirit of thought by default, nature, kingdom, water element, and air element, and the sun, and humanity, and the sun, and the moon, and of course the planet stars and the galaxies. Bless everyone and everything, and mind and our spiritual light, and enlighten, send enlightenment, and of course mind and our spiritual light know what to do. It's gonna destroy the soul AMMA, and of course enlighten everyone and everyone's mind and our spiritual light. So use every opportunities, my beautiful friends, to share your love and light and blessings with everyone and everyone's mind and our spiritual light. So thank you for being you. Thank you for joining me and helping us create a better future for all of us, and for adding up the light, and for choosing to be the shining light, and to be the part of the history that we are creating. We are writing a new history of humanity with the golden letters, and of course, we are creating a new, better future for all of us. That the mind and aspect show light with the spirit of thought by the phone. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden man phone. I love you all, my beautiful friends. Thank you to all of you. Love you all. Be who you are. Shine all the way through. Good night. I'll speak to you next time. Bye.